everyone. My name is Ryan Kim, here with my brief, spoiler-free thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day. This was directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who had previously directed Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings, and this is the first Spider-Man movie in theaters since 2021. This is a spoiler-free review, so no spoilers here, which means I can't really give a plot synopsis because it's a few years after No Way Home. No one knows who Spider-Man is. No one knows who Peter Parker is. And Peter Parker has to deal with that. And a certain new enemy which comes along. I love Holland's Spider-Man movies. Like, yes, even Far From Home. And no one likes Far From Home. I still love the Raimi trilogy just a bit more, but I feel like the MCU's done a really great job with Spider-Man, both in his own movies and in the greater MCU. Stuff with the Avengers and the whole thing. This is the first Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man is basically by himself. Yes, he has the Punisher to a certain extent, but he is basically by himself. He has no Iron Man, he has no Avengers, it's just him. No Way Home left us in that place, and I was legitimately excited to see what they would pull off with this concept. And I think they pulled off something really great. I want to go out on a limb and say that this is the best that Tom Holland has been in any of these movies because he just nails what it means to be a really great Spider-Man, like handling that balance of being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker. Like he has to find that happy medium. And I feel like Holland just does a great job with that struggle and just having to carry that invisible weight, if you will. Like he does such a great job here. And in a way, it's kind of like earlier MCU phases where when the movie needs to get serious, it can get serious. When it gets funny, it actually gets funny. And unlike other movies where the humor is genuinely distracting, here, the humor actually works. And I appreciated that. I loved the dynamic between Spider-Man and Punisher. I was sitting here thinking to myself, okay, Punisher's going to be in a few scenes, get Bernthal a nice paycheck, good for him. But no, he's actually in the movie a lot more than I was expecting, and the two have a great dynamic with each other, like both serious and funny, sometimes in equal measure. Bernthal is one of the best scenes in the movie near the bitter end. I will not spoil it here. And then there's also the Hulk, which he was in the trailer, so we all know he was going to be there. Again, without going too deep, let's just say it's both a cameo and thematically necessary, and I'll just leave it at that. If I had to have any nits to pick with the proceedings, is that some of the cameos, like, because there are cameos of lower level Spider-Man villains, like, I mean, Scorpion, we all knew he was going to be in there. Shout out to Michael Mondo, get your bag. But we all know he was going to be in there. There's also some cameos of some other lower level Spider-Man villains, and I feel like they were there to just kind of pad out the universe, which I can understand, but it also just kind of felt like very much like, oh, there they are. They weren't really a detriment. Nice to see them in certain cases, but I just was thinking to myself, this feels like a boss fight in the PS4 Spider-Man game. Again, nothing wrong with that game. I love that game, but it doesn't really lead to all that much beyond, oh, they actually did that. Also, this is a beast of a movie in terms of its runtime. It's 2 hours 25. I don't think it needed to be that long. I mean, credit where credit is due. Every minute of this movie does feel, for the most part, like it belongs. There's not a real moment where it drags, like, come on, just get on with it. But there are, and this is just my opinion here, but I feel like there are a few scenes that could have been trimmed, or at least kind of shorn down a little bit. I don't know. The movie feels like maybe 15, 20 minutes too long. I don't know if it's my favorite MCU Spider-Man movie, like standalone, but like I said earlier, the MCU's done absolutely right by Spider-Man. This is getting an amazing grade. This movie's going to make all the money, so I'm not necessarily going to say go out and see it because if you're watching this, you've probably already seen it. Let's just be real. But since, and I'm assuming on this one that you have already seen this, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. I would love to read what you have to say. I will be doing a spoiler discussion live stream with Matt Wyatt here on the channel on Monday, so be on the lookout for that. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.